y'all, it's Heather, and I'm so excited because today I'm talking all about my single shadows, my favorite single shadows, some of my favorite in my collection. I recently went on a family vacation, and the only eyeshadows I took was a palette that I made with shadows from ODEN'S. So we're going to be talking about ODEN'S singles today. Thank you so much, ODEN'S, for working with me on today's video. This is sponsored by ODEN'S, and I'm going to tell you about their mega sale that is going on now, and it ends on September 20th. ODEN'S has some major bundles on sale. I first want to talk about their single shadow bundle. This set is 50% off of the original price. You're going to get 12 of their single shadows, and they're going to include one of their magnetic palettes. 5 of those will be ultra-shimmery metallics, 3 will be their mind-blowing multichromes, and 4 matte shades. They will be randomly chosen colors, and then you do get that storage container on top. So this is half off. I love this. I think this is such a great deal. So I wanted to shop through my single shadows and find the shades that I want to use, and we're going to create 2 looks so that I can give you some inspiration if you decide to shop this sale, because this is really a great discount. I also want to let you know about their other discounted bundles because these are some really great deals. In the inspiration bundle, you get to pick the palette that you get. The options are the Love Language, Earthwood, Spring Dragon, and Mighty Monster palettes, and then you will get 2 randomly chosen lip colors. So 1 eyeshadow palette and 2 lip products from the collection. I think this is such a great deal too. I do have videos on all of the palettes and lip products from those bundles. Now, these bundles are already at a major discount. I think that's amazing. So excited about that. And if you're shopping anything else on ODEN'S site that is not on sale, you can use code Heather. That is an affiliated code, and you will get a discount with that. I'm super excited. I pulled out all my ODEN'S single shadows. I was swatching, I was playing, and I pulled together color stories for 2 different looks. One of the looks I am wearing today. I love ODEN'S. Their quality, amazing. They're a favorite brand for me. I will link some of my ODEN'S videos for you down below in the description box. I'm excited to get into the looks and show you the color combos and the looks that I created. I've got you zoomed in nice and close. I'm gonna grab an eyeshadow primer, and we are going to create an earthy look today. It's gonna be primarily neutral with some green, just very earthy is the vibe that I'm going for, but still glam and fun. I'm gonna start off with this matte green color. This is kind of a like vibrant grungy shade. Like it's a green that's leaning olive, but it's still pretty like intense. It's the shade Ebba or Ebba. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm picking it up on a big fluffy brush. I'm making sure I don't have any creases in my eyeshadow primer before I go in with my shadow. I picked up a tiny bit of this shadow, and I picked it up on this big fluffy brush because I don't want this look to be like bam in your face green. I want to use this as just like a blending color, transition color, whatever you want to call it. But you see, I'm kind of just like fluffing it in my socket, above my socket, below my socket, and I'm not picking up any extra product. I'll go back and add some more green later if I want, but I kind of want to use this to just make everything have that extra earthiness, but not be like bam, because this is a shade that is bam. You can get a lot of pigment with this shade, but ODEN'S mattes are really nice and blendable and buildable, which is what we're gonna do. I want to go in with another matte now because these do layer well on top of each other. I really enjoy that, so I can go and add in more green in a bit if I want to. And I want to go in with this brown shade. This is the shade Jord, and you can see this is more of like a cool toned brown, but I wanted to get that olive down so that it's going to help me with my blending and everything like that. And then we are going to go in with some intensity. I picked up that shade on a kind of domed blending brush, and I'm going to put it right there on the inner part of my lid and then up into the socket. I'm just going in with a little bit of shadow at a time, taking my time so I don't get any fallout, and I can work that shadow in right where I want it. After I have the shadow blended how I want it with the matte on the inner part of the lid, and we have the kind of the brown fading to the green, I'm going to also put it in the outer corner. I'm not worried about the center. We're going to put like a shimmer there, or a sparkle, or a multi-chrome, but I want to have all of this nice and matte and deep. I'm just going to work that and blend. If you put shadow in the center, you can just put your shimmer on top of it. It doesn't matter if you prefer to do that, but I'm just going to leave it a little bit blank and blend out like this. I am taking the same shade and I'm putting it underneath my lower lash line, but I'm using a little bit of shadow because I don't want it to be super intense. I am really liking how this is looking. It's giving me like fall decay in the forest vibes. That's a vibe, right? Now we are going in with Matthew. I absolutely love this shade. I think this is so, so pretty. I am going to pick this up on my brush. I'm going to spray my brush with a little setting spray. You definitely don't have to. I just like to do that. It helps minimize fallout, but you can use your finger if you want. Glitter primer, like nothing, whatever you want to do. I just think this is such a pretty shade. It's this brown base with this like metallic, shiny, sparkle, copper, green, like a little bit of what looks to me like red, purple. I'm just so into it. This shadow is so pretty, especially next to the like green and the dark brown. And I just kind of let the shadow disperse. I let it blend and be what it wants to be. I love this so much. I think this is so pretty. I'm loving this, but we're adding more. I'm gonna jump into the shade Gabriel. This is a shimmer shadow, and this is kind of an olive that leans a little more like neutral cool, and it has a really beautiful like shimmer to it, this pretty reflect that has some gold that I really like. So I'm picking that up on a really small brush, and I'm going to spray my brush, and I'm going to put this underneath the lower lash line on top of the matte shadow, but I'm not going to go all the way under. I'm just going to take it from the inner part to about halfway and then blend. I really like the way this shade looks on the lower lash line. I think it's adding more of that like green, and I'm getting like, oh, just like I said, it's giving me that like forest feel that I want. I'm gonna keep saying that, but I'm just so happy with it, and I'm glad we pulled the green into the lower lash line. Now I want to go into the shade Ella. This is a beautiful shimmer shadow. It's like a white base that has this yellow gold, beautiful like shift, shine to it. I want to highlight the inner corner. It's gonna be so beautiful. I'm gonna stamp this with my brush on the inner corner, and then once I have it placed where I want it, then I will blend it. But first, I'm stamping. I am here for it. If you wanted this look to not have the bright, definitely do like a matte inner corner, or even carry that dark brown all the way around. That could be really cool and more like a deep, dark, sultry look. I just want to like add in this bright pop, open up my eyes a bit. I'm going to press, and then I'm going to lightly blend. Once I have it pressed on, then I will lightly blend. I really like the way these shadows are working together. I'm really digging this look. I'm feeling it. But I'm gonna throw on liner and mascara, and I'll be right back to show you how it all comes together. All right, y'all, here is my finished look with these ODEN'S Eye singles. I love the way this look came together. I think these are so beautiful. I love the brown and the green, and that multi-chrome on our lid, like that center shade, it's just catching the light, and it's got this like orange, red, brown, gold. I don't know. It feels so special. I feel amazing in my look, and even though it's like 93, 94 degrees here today, I'm channeling the fall vibes. I did mix a lot of lip products to get this look, but they are ODEN'S Eye, so I thought I would tell you my shades are Cocoa Bloom, Nude Nectar, and Little Jasmine. I was having fun. I was playing around. I was watching some YouTube videos creating, but here is one last look. at this fall look with my ODEN'S Eye Singles. I'm gonna prime my eyes and we're gonna get into this look. I'm gonna start with this purple shade. This is Hella from their Singles line. I'm just gonna throw down my eyeshadow primer and we're gonna use this just as kind of a base to get some shape for the eye so I can kind of see this color on, and then we are gonna do a very sparkly shimmer multi-chrome heavy look. I'm just buffing this on. And I picked up a really small amount because this is a pigmented shadow. And like I said, I am not really wanting this to be like intense lid shade. I just kind of want to get a little bit of shape and then I can go back in and add more later. But I just pressing it and then blending. Next, I want to go in with the star of the show for this look. This is Judy. This is a beautiful, beautiful multi-chrome, and I'm actually gonna just take it on my finger and I'm gonna press that in the center of my lid. I want this to be really sparkle heavy and like ethereal, you know? Like that's the vibe we're going for. Not so much like structure definition, but more ethereal and just like, oh, I woke up like this. I'm just naturally have multi-chrome eyelids, you know, like that type of thing. So I'm putting that like in the center, I would say, but almost over the whole lid. I'm not putting it in the very outer corner or the very inner corner, and then letting it come up even to the brow bone a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go in with the brush that I used with that matte purple shade, but I'm not picking up any extra shadow. It basically has nothing on it. And I'm just going to diffuse like that. Oh, I really like that color. I think that's so pretty. Now I'm grabbing the shade Braggy. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I'm gonna do this one with my fingers too. I'm actually gonna stamp it on the outer corner first. Yes, we're gonna do this beautiful non-matte shade in the outer corner because I want to. We're gonna go, it looks messy. It looks messy. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna buff this shade out and I'm gonna bring it down under the lower lash line, but I'm just going over where I put it on with my fingers and I'm gonna work that shadow up and out. I just want to pull in some depth so that it's more like fall autumn purples. Now I'm grabbing the shade Chloe. This is gonna go on the inner part of the lid, on the inner corner, around the inner corner, and it's gonna be a nice highlight. I'm gonna blend, it can be diffused. I really love this shade. I wanna go in with just a little bit of the shade Elsa. I'm gonna put this on a flat brush and really work this in and use this as liner on the lower lash line and a little bit on the outer part of my lid for the upper lash line. I threw on some mascara and we have the finished look. I really like this. I think this is fun and shimmery and it's a little different. I like the purples and the multi-chrome and the blue. It's just all working for me. I'm so into this and I think these are such great deals. Don't forget to check out those bundles if you are looking for some shadows because ODEN'S eyeshadows are so amazing. I love that they are doing this so that if you are new to single shadows, you can try them out, or maybe you're a makeup lover like me and you want to collect them all. I'm here for it. I just think single shadows are so fun. They make me feel creative and inspired to kind of custom make my own color story, shop my stash. I hope you enjoyed the looks too. I will link to everything that I talked about down below in the description box. I will link to ODEN'S Eye website. Definitely check that out to see these big bundle sales. Thank you again to ODEN'S Eye for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna pop up some other videos. I would love it if you would stick around and talk makeup with me down in the comments.